Well, good morning, YouTube. Good morning, good morning. This is Trike Rider Trucking, LLC. Just wanted to touch a little base with you. Let me get turned around here because you can see me a little better, which ain't good to look at. But anyway, uh, it's been about 4 days now since I've contacted anybody. I've lost a few subscribers. I'm down to 195, but that's cool, whatever it is. But right now, it's been a very interesting 4 days. Last time I talked to you guys, I had the load that was going from Florida back up to Auburn, Indiana. That load we wasn't going to be able to make in time for our 90, and it's a Walmart, so everybody knows what that means. So they were able to cancel the delivery time due to the fact there's no way I could got there, and with all the mess that went on. But anyway, I was able to take it to a yard, one of our yards that we use in Indianapolis, and because the fact is when they did come around to change the date for the delivery, it was like 4 days out, like this coming Monday, and I told Craig that's unacceptable to me. I mean, it wasn't my fault because it was going to be late. It was just the way the time constraints were. When I picked up the load, they took their sweet time, and we weren't able to get it out. And by the time, my clock was so jacked because I was transferring from day shift to night shift, and it was just a mess. So I did everything I could. I got within 180 miles of it, and I was going to be short by like 2 or 3 hours making the appointment time. So he was able to get that moved, but the problem was it got become an open time, and they never did set an appointment time. Well, when sales got back with them, it ended up being like Monday morning or Monday afternoon at 4:32. I said, no, that's unacceptable, because I'd be sitting for 3 or 4 days, and I ain't going to do that. So anyway, he was able to get to, we were able to drop it in the yard there in Indianapolis. So I took it over there and dropped it off. Of course, it was supposed to be put on this week's settlement, which it didn't happen because it was still a full load. So it's going to go on next week's, and it wouldn't have made me any money anyway. Gas killed me. Gas prices just wore me out. So anyway, with that being said, I dropped the load. I was with no empty trailer, and I got another proposed load that was going. It was a Tyson load, and I did not have to have a trailer to drop, so they didn't have a problem with that. All I had to do was go pick up the loaded trailer. So I got over there, picked it up. It was a very good load, even though it was like, it was the 01, and then I had 4 drops. And now where I'm at my final, I was at my final drop, not a problem. Got in here about 20 minutes till my appointment time. It's out in the boonies, close to a place called Millersburg, Ohio. I actually picked the load up in Indianapolis, and I drove it to, I had to take it to Springfield, Ohio. I had an appointment. My first appointment was like 0200 hours that day at an Aldi's. I picked it up and got over there, and I parked my truck, and then I was able to get in there, and they got me offloaded pretty quick. Then I went back out, and I didn't have my next appointment until it was like 12 noon on the 3rd, this being the 4th now. So I was able to get a 10-hour break. My next load was in Springfield, Ohio proper, and I got there in time. They got me offloaded. Then I left there, went back over to where I was at Aldi's, because right down the road was Gordon's. And this is where the conflict started again. Once I got to Gordon's, I got there early, and they were able to get me in the bay, but the problem was they had me offloaded like 10-15 minutes, but I sit there for another hour and 45 minutes, almost 2 hours, and before waiting on the bills and paying the lumper's fee. Finally got out of there, and I thought, well, I'll try to make a run to my final spot, which was here in Millersburg, or just outside Millersburg. It's called White Creek Groceries, and it's 131 miles. I said, well, shoot, I got plenty of time on clock because I reached in my clock. And but the problem was, it's nowhere. You can't find a place to park. Well, little did I know that this place has overnight parking. You can park right here beside the receiving docks, but I didn't take that chance. I never do. So I stopped in a little place called Batesville, or was it Batesville, or it was something like that. I stopped behind of course the Love's there was packed, and I wasn't able to stop there, so I went across the highway. I was on Interstate 71, and then I just pulled over behind a speedway. It had like 5 spots, and there was 2 left, and I took the 1 spot, and just sitting there, just getting myself together, knowing I'm going to have to reset my clock, because even though I had buku time, I still had another 52 miles to go, but my appointment wasn't until 6:30 the next morning. Well, I'd gotten there like 5 or 6 o'clock, so I knew my clock would run out by the time I was ready to go drop this load. But little did I know, I could have came all the way out here and parked my truck, and I didn't worry about nothing, just wait until the appointment time. Shoot, I could have drove less than 5 miles an hour. I'm only 100 yards from it. But anyway, I didn't do it that way, so I just stayed there. And it was a good thing, because I was able to, there was a place right there, a barbecue place, KC Barbecue, is right up the hill from where I was parked. So I went up there and got me some real good dinner, ate out for a change, had a steak, some taters, and soda pop and everything. Sit there and ate my meal, went back to the truck, got in the truck, went to bed, and then woke up at 4:30 the next morning and headed here. And it was a trip, let me tell you. 71 turns into 39, and anybody that comes out to the White Creek facility, it looks like I got another trip coming up. It's gonna, well, Qualcomm didn't come on. I got to turn the Qualcomm on. I got to see what this is. Anyway, just to cut this short, I was able to get here, but it was curvy roads and up and down hills and everything, so it took me better part than half an hour. I got here about 10 minutes after 6. My appointment was 6:30. I walked in the door. Guy said back it into 53. I backed it in. They had me offloaded in 10-15 minutes, and I'm parked here on their site where their overnight parking is, waiting on a proposed load. I've been sitting here for 2.5 hours, so now I just got it. I got to go turn it on the Qualcomm and see what we got. But anyway, I'm trying to get routed back to Springfield because of the APU issue. It's running, but the problem is it acted up last night and it wouldn't charge the truck up, so I don't know what that is. So hopefully I can get back there before anything. I hear we're getting a cool spell coming in, like a fall temperatures this week, coming up next week around Missouri, my wife was telling me, so we'll see what that does. But other than that, man, I'm hanging in there. I mean, we got our payout yesterday. I was surprised to see what we got. We didn't get in the negative again, which is good. And they're giving me all kinds of messages, so I'm gonna have to turn my Qualcomm on. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to touch base, let you know I'm still out here living. Hopefully, I'm headed back towards Springfield, back to Prime 1, and get this thing rectified again for the 4th time, and see what we can come up with. But anyway, for now, I'll let you guys be, and I'll talk to you in a couple of days, or maybe tonight or something. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. But anyway, y'all be careful. Be safe out there, folks. Thanks again for all my subscribers. Continue to write your comments. I like them. They're helpful to me. They're encouragements and some correctiveness, which I don't mind. But I'll get back with you guys soon, okay? Y'all have a great day. Remember, we keep driving and striving for perfection. See you guys soon. Bye.